Buenos dias, Panthers. Welcome back to the Panther Project. I'm Shay Brocard.
And I'm Jensen Kelly. This week on the Panther Project, we interviewed Coach Stewart about basketball season and the COVID restrictions.
We also talked to Mr. White about a new opportunity to potentially earn credit with a new program.
Plus, lunch, sports, and a new segment called Around the World.
And of course, a little fun. The Panther Project starts now. Community service. Though rewarding enough already, it can now potentially earn you credit. Sydney Austin and Abby Joyner have more details on that.
Community service. Most people love to help others in their community. Now, community service can potentially earn you actual credits on your transcript.
So in the state of Arkansas, students can take community service learning, and it's not actually a class, but it's an opportunity to take the community service hours that you are earning while you are in 9th through 12th grade. It does not affect your GPA, you do not get a grade for it, but it is an additional credit. And then for the school at the same time, it is something that they encourage, the state does, so that our students are being civically responsible.
If you're thinking you can't possibly add another activity or responsibility to your schedule, you may be surprised to learn that you are already earning community service hours.
The majority of our students are doing community service learning, and sometimes they realize it and sometimes they don't, but if you're a part of any student organization on campus, the majority of them are doing some form of community service by helping our community. We have numerous classes that are doing community service on a regular basis.
Community service hours not only benefit our community, but they can help you after high school.
And so collecting these hours are good for college scholarships, college applications, also just applying for jobs, telling them other things you've done, especially if you don't have work experience. The community service learning experience can be examples of work experience. So it benefits students by giving them something else to add to their resume and show that they give back to their community.
Talk to your guidance counselor to learn more about earning credit for community service hours. For the Panther Project, I'm Marcus Conrad.
Basketball practice and games have looked very differently this year due to COVID-19. For more info on that, we talked to Coach Stewart to see how the season is going to go.
We are truly starting to sound like a broken record, but that is how much COVID-19 has changed the reality of our school year in every aspect.
Obviously, the biggest compliance is the mask when we're not participating, whether we're watching film or in the locker room or having just a team meeting of some sort. Everybody has a mask on. But then we go through a lot of towels. In the past we had 2 or 3 towels for the whole team. Now everybody has their own towel, so that's a big difference and a big increase in laundry. Everybody has their own water bottle, and then obviously the spacing on the sidelines during the games have all affected it, but all are manageable, and all the kids have adjusted to it. It is different during the game. As a coach, trying to find certain players where we used to all be lined up on the bench, now we're spread out, but all of those have been we've been able to manage them, and it hasn't been a big deterrent.
With all the changes this year, this team has definitely learned how to be adaptable.
There's definitely a higher level of excitement and morale within the team, just because leading up to this season and throughout the summer, having the periods of no activity and then partial activity and the threat of not playing at all, I think the kids, the sophomores all the way through to seniors, have a higher appreciation for the fact that we are getting to participate.
In a sport that relies heavily on the excitement of a crowd, basketball has a new challenge to face this season.
To this point, we reduced the seating capacity by pushing our bleachers in, so the pack, you can't get down to the lower section. But to this point, we've had several hundred people in the gym, 200 or 300 people, and that's still enough to have a good feel, like when there's a good play or an exciting moment. It's still enough to have the crowd impact. It's not the same as having 1,000 people in here or more, but it's enough where there still is a good, exciting atmosphere, and the kids it's not like there's crickets, being heard. So the kids have enjoyed, but there are limited crowds, and they're enough to add to the excitement of the game.
As for now, we are at least having a season. In late spring, that never seemed possible, so as Panthers, we will keep the faith. For the Panther Project, I'm Jason Flores.
Time for a new segment, Around the World, with our very own Tiffany Benitez.
We have a new segment for you each week called Around the World, bringing you news from around the world. First up, CNN released Tuesday morning that federal government officials are promising coronavirus vaccines soon, some even before Christmas. And states are gearing up to begin vaccinating Americans sometime this month. Also, Netflix and Shawn Mendes released a documentary called Wonder that aired on November 24th. So if you're looking for a new movie to watch, find it on Netflix. Lastly, Democrats are urging President-elect Joe Biden to make a forgiving student loan debt one of his first priorities. Student loan debt has more than tripled over the past 15 years. Americans own more than $1.7 trillion in the student loans. The proposal would forgive $10,000 in student loan debt for all borrowers. For the Panther Project, I'm Tiffany Benitez.
Thanks, Tiffany. Now it's time for Lunch with Luke.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Lunch of the Week. Starting it all off on Monday, we're going to be having some nice sriracha honey chicken with rice and egg roll. Going into Tuesday, we will provide some juicy chicken pot pie. Then we're going to have some amazing beef and bean burritos on Wednesday. As we move into Thursday, I hope you are ready for the delicious sensation of chicken sandwiches. We will finally end off this week of lunch on Friday with some outstanding macaroni and cheese. Also, as usual, you will be able to get some pizza any day of the week. Well, that is all for Lunch of the Week. Back to you guys.
And here is Jason with your Panther sports for next week.
What's up, Panthers? Welcome back to Sports of the Week. Tonight, basketball is at home versus Huntsville. Tomorrow, our cheerleaders have a competition in West Fork, and the swim team will hit the pool in Russellville. Monday afternoon, 9th grade basketball is at home versus Fayetteville. On Tuesday, varsity girls play at home versus Pea Ridge, our varsity boys are at Benville, and our 9th grade teams play in Gravette. As always, be prepared to wear your mask and practice social distancing. That's all for sports. Back to you guys.
As always, a little bit of fun goes a long way. Here are the boys with your weekly entertainment.
What's up, guys? Welcome to a new segment called Stereotypes.
This week we're doing soccer, and we got a special guest. His name is Sam Jackson.
Booth, stop playing with him.
That's all the time we have for this week.
We'll catch you guys in a bit.
That is all for this week's Panther Project. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook at SS Panther Media.
Plus, tune in every Friday on Siloam Springs High School Panther Media YouTube channel. Have a great weekend and go Panthers!